Alright, I'm back for another video, and this time I want to talk about my 2004 Dodge Durango SLT and the trouble that I'm having and the decision that I need to make, because this vehicle is a vehicle that for a long time, at least a couple years, I wasn't doing anything more than just using it for like emergencies, hauling, heavy stuff, anything that you could use a big truck for. But now I'm to the point where I may need to use this as my primary vehicle for the winter, so things have definitely changed. So stick with me in this video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my trouble is with this Durango, and if it's something that I really should think about going in a different direction, or if I should stick with it, get it fixed, and roll it for the winter. Alright, so here it is, my 2004 Dodge Durango. And what's new for this video as well, besides me talking about my truck, which I haven't mentioned before, is my full-size 2-car garage, which now makes recording a lot easier because now I have a space to pull a vehicle in and talk about it any time of day or night. But back to my Durango. And as you can see, for it to be 14 years old, it definitely still looks pretty good, especially from the exterior. I think the outside design definitely withstood the test of time a lot better than the interior. As you can see, that nice deep dark blue. Let's check out just a little quick look on the inside real quick. And as you can see, this is a 3-row vehicle, which is definitely beneficial for tons of reasons. And with both rows being able to fold down, tons of space. And as I was saying, with this being a 14-year-old vehicle, when you look around on the inside with the cluster, instrument cluster, radio, and all of these gauges and stuff, this is where you can see the truck did not age well. Definitely can show it's showing its age when you look at it from the inside. Lots of cheap plastics. This is a cloth seat model, which, with the stuff that I've been getting lately, I do try and go for the leather seats, sunroof, which this does not have as well. But hey, at the time, this was definitely it for me, and I still appreciate it to this day. So let's go ahead and get to what the dilemma is, since I want to use this truck for the winter. And let me find those keys. Start it up. And one of the things I did with this one over the years is I added the remote start for that extra convenience, which would be great in the winter. Alright, so we're on the inside, and this is where you can start to see what my problems really are. I got 3 lights in here: a brake light, engine light, and the airbag light. And let's just go ahead and talk about the miles. 139,929. So we're talking about almost 140,000 miles, which, when you look at this being a 2004, it's not too bad. And, the key for this truck, having what may be considered low miles, depending on how you really look at it, is I really didn't drive this truck much over the last 3 years. Probably put somewhere between 500 to 1,000 miles per year on this truck because, as I was saying, this is really only a backup truck, which if I need to haul something or one of my vehicles is in the shop, I can bring this out and keep everything flowing. But let's talk about these lights. So the brake light, that's something that, is an easy fix. I need the rear pads changed anyway, so when I get that done, that'll probably get taken care of. I'll make sure it gets taken care of. The airbag light, that one's a little bit more tricky because it comes and it goes. And I mean, I'm one of those people that I hate the lights. If it's not supposed to be there in my cluster, I don't want to see it because it takes away from the vibe of the vehicle and that old school glow. And this right here is a little bit different from, some of the other cars from this time frame, where it was more of a green. And this right here, I feel like it's more of a aqua, a combination of a blue and green. Maybe turquoise is the color I would use. But it definitely, to me, even after all this time, I love this glow. And, something different when you really look at it. And it's, really can't see it now, but it's white in the daytime. Flick the lights on at night. Got that nice turquoise glow. But back to my troublesome lights. And the check engine light is definitely the key to what I'm concerned about. And I know sometimes a check engine light can be a simple sensor that's, $20, $30 fix and everything is good. From everything that I got checked out so far, that's definitely not the case. It's a little bit more serious. And just to show you why I think it is a little bit more serious, and I'm gonna go outside, go to the hood, under the hood that is, and let you listen and hear what I hear. So let me pop that hood and step outside. This under my, unfortunately it's not a Hemi, but it's still a Magnum 4.7 liter V8, and it definitely has gotten the job done for me over the years. But we're not going to talk about what the engine has been doing good. We're going to talk about what it may be doing bad. And if you can hear, as I be quiet for a little bit and just go ahead and allow you to take a listen. Something between a tick and a knock, or maybe even both. Still an amazing truck to me, but at the same time, hop back on the inside and talk about this dilemma. So, from what I have had checked out on this truck, between getting tires, the engine work done, a little bit more suspension type work done, brakes, which I actually plan on having done a lot cheaper by, maybe even doing it myself and just getting it checked out just for that extra safety. But, with everything that it would cost, or what I would need to do, the cost would be estimated around about $2,200 to get this truck fully running for the winter, which it's not so bad. It's not a number you want to hear just to get through 4 months. But at the same time, this is 4 months for the next however long this truck will really last. So I look at it from a long-term perspective and say, it's definitely, it might be worth it if another major issue doesn't pop up. And that's the key. Could another major issue pop up with that knock or tick or both? I just had it, I just brought it back from the shop from getting the sway bar links taken care of. And with that, mechanics called it a knock. And hearing it, the term knock, of course, I was told it was something where that could be a rod or something that eventually will go bad, which means engine is bad and done, and boof, that's it. Go from a $2,200 for everything problem to whatever it costs to get an engine replaced or rebuilt. Either way, not cheap. So looking at it from that fearful perspective, I asked myself, is it better if I decided to go ahead and maybe find another winter vehicle that you know, I can go ahead and give a good full inspection on it, and you know, have a little bit more confidence that it'll get me through the winter without the fear of a major component, you know, engine, transmission, or something, you know, in between that still costly would happen. And you know, it's always a gamble when you talk about used cars, but you know, when you do a really good inspection, you at least give yourself a sense of hope that you checked out everything that and look for all the signs where it's like, okay, if it could go wrong, I checked for the signs for it, I didn't see it. So anyway, the key is, or the question is, $2,200 for the Durango, or should I go ahead and I set a budget of about $5,000 to $6,000 that would be safe for me to go ahead and get another vehicle for the winter. So of course, when you do the math, 2,200 versus 5,000, or even worse, 6,000, that's a nice let's just say $3,800 difference, worst case scenario. When you talk about the difference of what it would cost to get something else. So that's where I'm at, where it's like $3,800. I get another vehicle, which is the cool part, and I would definitely try and find something that I like. But at the same time, if I'm trying to save money, another vehicle definitely wouldn't be the way to go. But would I really be saving money if I invested in a truck and then something with this engine goes wrong? And there's also been little signs that there could be something with the transmission, which, hey, the last month that I've been driving it, it's actually been better than it was 3 months ago. And I don't even really kind of feel it doing the skip that it was doing, or hard shift maybe I should say, that it was doing. And I had basically just kind of checked the trans fluid, added a little bit more to it, so that could have been a simple fix right there, just lowering fluid from sitting. But yeah, this one is a tough one because I do a lot of driving, and winter is definitely not the time where you want to be stuck on the road. So the reason why I made this video is, hey, it's car related, it's for the channel, but for once, so far with my videos, I really haven't gotten a lot of feedback, and I'm hoping with something like this, I actually get a lot of feedback in the comment section to really kind of give some input on, you know, what would you do? Would you actually, if you could afford to get another used vehicle, which means you still keep the truck and eventually you can get it fixed anyway, would you go ahead and roll the dice on fixing the truck since it's the cheaper way to go? Or would you go the way of you know, a good inspection on another used vehicle and let that be the way of the winter? And you know, I just really would like to see, you know, some feedback, even some feedback on if you have a Durango or a Dodge engine, you know, the Magnum. If you've heard that ticking sound, that slight knocking sound before, and how did you handle it? What was the solution as far as getting it fixed? But there'll definitely be more on this to come in future videos, whether it's, you know, me going ahead and getting repair work done on this one, or my search for something new. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some comments on, you know, how you would handle this situation. If you're new to the channel, definitely give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you feel like there's something that can be improved. I definitely like to see the feedback if you feel like there's something that's missing in the videos. And other than that, oh yeah, I had to run a remote start. And I guess that's just another sign, video's over. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.